Today I am going to be packing a customer's order, so I thought I would talk about packing, especially in light of the items that I received today from an eBay order, and one of the items was broke. And so I had to get a refund for it, and I don't want to have to refund anyone. And plus, even though I got the refund, I was more upset because I didn't get the item. It was a vintage item, and they're not really easy to find. And it's not like there's hundreds of them out there. And so I kind of wanted the item, but they had just taken some brown paper and wrapped these delicate vintage items. And I'm like, I opened the box and the stuff inside was broke, and I was sad. But anyway, that's beside the point. So one of the things that was ordered was this tin, and then they ordered all these other little tiny items. So I'm going to take advantage of the situation. And one thing you always want to do when you are wrapping something, now this is obviously tin, it's metal. I mean, it would probably go through the mail like this, but you do want to try to fill any void spaces that could be crumpled or you know, in the mail pressed on, and then, you know, it might cave this in or something, or cave the sides in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this space and fill it with some of the things that she bought. And then at the end of this, I'm going to package her surprise package that she ordered. And so I want to talk a little bit about that too. I have a $25 mystery package, and that is shipped. So that includes the cost of shipping. And if you order one from me, then I put together a few little surprise items and mail them to you, and it's just fun. And in her case, she's a regular customer, so I sort of have a feel for the style of things that she likes, and I'll give you a peek at some of the surprise items that she's going to get, but I also get to include it in her package that she ordered. So I had to make space for both of those items, but first let's prep the space. I want to take a little piece of paper, and I don't need this big this amount of paper. I just want a piece of paper in the bottom. Okay? It's just, you just kind of want to support everything that you do. You want it to be supported. So you see, this is what I'm going to sneak inside of that tin, which that's going to be a surprise in its own self. However, I'm not just throwing those things in there. I'm going to take the rest of this paper, and I'm going to wrap these items as well inside this tin. So it's just, I like getting packages like that. And it's like you're just opening one thing after another. It's kind of fun. But these don't need a whole lot of wrapping. They're just little pieces and components. But you see, this is hollow, so I'm gonna wad up a little bit in the hollow space. And I don't care how big the hollow is, you want to fill the void. And then you can wrap it. And another thing you don't want to do is, even though I have several little pieces here, and I don't want to use a lot of paper because I still want everything to fit in here, but even though I have a lot of pieces, I would not want to, and sometimes it's good to tape these down, especially if they're loose in the box. These are in a tin, so I'm not taping each individual thing. But you don't want to just keep adding items in and then rolling it, because as they open it, the pieces will just fall out, and you don't know where they're going to be. You don't know if they're going to be standing, sitting. So each piece gets its own little piece of paper. I know that's a lot, but that's how it's going to be. And again, you want to fill that void in. This is supposed to be a little teacup, and it's a bird nest motif. so then the birds sit on top as the lid. So let's see, wrap that piece. And you just keep going through this little process like that. It's very tempting just to add stuff in because you have all that leftover paper, but you don't want to do that. See? Wrap up your little piece and it gets wrapped in paper. This is going to be fun because each little piece she gets to open. It's going to be like Christmas. I tell you what, probably better than Christmas because it's been a while since I've sent this order, and because we were waiting on some things, and she's probably forgotten some of the stuff she ordered. I don't know if you ever do that, but I do. I order stuff and forget what I ordered, and I get it, and I'm like, Merry Christmas, look what I got, and I like it too. But tell me if you do that. Tell me. So we are almost finished with this entire bird nest tea set. Oh, I don't remember the price that was on that. I have my little price tags off. If I find it, I'll let you know how much that was. I should have told you the prices of things. But anyway, so now this goes on here. And I don't necessarily need to wrap this, but it does have a lid on it. So I am going to put a piece of plastic wrap. I love my plastic wrap. I like the Kirkland. This is some leftover wrapping or plastic wrap that somebody had used in an order that I got, and I saved it. Feel free to send me all of your bubble wrap and plastic wrap. I was telling my husband that's money in the bank when we save that stuff, but we have to be careful because we start getting to where we're saving a lot of stuff. We're not trying to be hoarding it. Just need enough to get us through. And I don't really particularly like the way that works. I mean, the way that looks right now, but it does work. Okay, it works. So like that, and I like the Kirkland's because it has the cutter. Twist it and then slice it. Twist and slice, and it's done. So inside of this Easter egg tin, decorated motif tin, is a bird on the nest theme teacup set. So this is the box that I'm sending it in, right here. Put the heaviest stuff at the bottom. Like this is not going to be at the bottom. And this is a bent neck goose craft. It's a wood craft, and you can paint it with toll paint. You can stain it. You can make it like a house sign. And she bought that, and it was $14.99. So with this, it's pretty good. I don't think it even really needs a whole lot. I mean, it's wood, but we're still gonna wrap it just to keep it from getting stuffed. And then we can put a little piece of plastic on it. Just I had to consider the size for. I was trying to accommodate for this size, and that was the difficult part. I like to take the tag off too. I don't know why. These are what we put on in our booth. The key components that I believe are the most useful to wrapping items is filling the filling any voids that are in a space, even a small amount. Like right here, there's about, this much of a gap. So you want to put something there, even if it's a paper towel folded a few times, and just up to the surface. Also, this is going to protect the glass, obviously, but even if it wasn't, say it was a tray, like just a plastic tray, I still want my surface to be even as possible. And then I want to wrap it with some paper. And then I don't have anything other than out of bubble wrap, so I'm just gonna wad some plastic bags, and that'll pretty much be sufficient because of the thing I'm gonna do right here, which is wrap it in the put another paper towel on. Put another paper towel on like that. That's just because we're running out of the bubble wrap, but also because I took a lot of care to cover all the other areas. And what it is going to be delivered in is already very packed and very secure in the way of how soft it all is. So just tape that shut tightly, just to be sure on that one, since I didn't use bubble wrap on both sides. We have plenty of cushion right here, plus the cushion in my box. And then the part with the plastic wrap will be up, and the other wrapped items are underneath it. And we're almost full. As you can see, we are almost full, but I put this over here by that swan, just trying to be extra careful. I don't think I can, yeah, I know I can't fit that thing in here because this box was just a little bit too small. And then the surprise box might be able to fit it in there. I don't think so though. Maybe if I can pull some of all this over here, I might be able to tuck it. Put that little soft thing over there. I may be able to tuck it in here, guys. I think I might be able to do it. This is the box. It has to go right there. It's working. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work because all of these items will be inside of the box. This for several minutes, and I'm kind of getting tired, but it's worth it. There are no more corners for this, guys, so these have to go in here, and then I'm going to shut this. This will be on the top of the surprise. Most of my packages are going to get these two little birds and everything else with the rest. Giving it all away, but these can tuck in here. She'll know that they're part of this mystery surprise. It's part of our packing at this point. Mystery is going to be solved, and she gets this package. We will tape it, and she'll know that this is the mystery because this is not anything that she actually ordered. All right. This is upside down right there. And then I'm going to take that off. it up, and then he's also going to have to find a box for that part. And the order is complete. Sorry about that. That good old Kirkland's plastic. Just to keep it all assembled together. Finish, put the plastic on, and put plenty of surrounding support around your item. You will have a happy customer, hopefully. I mean, it's brutal out there in the postal world. You can even take cardboard, the size of a cardboard box, and packing tape them together on 4 sides and make your own box. And this is really light, so it wouldn't be truly heavy as it would to put it in the box that's going to fit it. Almost fit that thing. It was just about an inch off, and it would have fit angled, but I had so much other stuff. So we almost did it as far as size proportion. I'm really kind of proud of myself for getting that close. So we have 1 customer, 2 packages. I got really close. I was trying, but it just didn't work out in the size proportions. But thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, and I'm sure you have your own techniques. Maybe something that you had thought of that I did, or something that I didn't do that